I'm so excited. It was so hard for me to not open this. I wanted to tear into it the second I got it.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hello everyone, thanks for joining me for this video. If you've watched any of my other videos, welcome back. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload. So today, what finally came is my Blendiful. I'm so excited. I ordered this. Let me just look here. I ordered this January 18th and I did not get it until February 11th. So I did get it just shy of a week ago. I just haven't had a chance to film yet, but it did take 1, 2, 3, like 3.5 weeks to get here. So I am a little late to the party, but it's here now, so we're gonna play. So what I've set up here today, I'm gonna use the Blendiful on one half of my face, and I'm gonna use my normal makeup routine on the other half of my face. So let's get to it. Okay, first up, I've seen these are little baby Blendiful. It's so adorable. It's a little heart and it has the little strappy, so that's great. It feels nice. Oh, by the way, I have already washed and moisturized my face, so I am makeup free, completely bare skin, ready to go for this video. So we got our little baby. And the big one. And it's true what everybody says. This one is squishier. It's not as firm as this one. This one feels denser for sure. This one, geez, no, I think the outsides are the same fabric. I think the outsides are the same. This one looks like maybe the fibers are a little longer. Maybe. Not by much. Oops. But yeah, this one is softer, bendier. This one is a little denser. But by everybody else's videos that I've watched, I expected it to be firmer than it is. They are very soft. Like, so soft. If I had a pillow made of this, I would be super happy. So first off, we're going to apply some primer. I usually use a dry makeup sponge to put my primer on, the Real Technique sponge, which I forgot in my bathroom. So let me go grab that. Okay, back. So this is the sponge. It's dry, it's not wet, it's not dampened. I've just found I like how it rubs it into my skin. I find it really presses into my pores. So this is what I have been using. I do really like it. Oh no, my battery light is blinking already. Ugh. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to use some primer. We're going to prime the right side of my face with my sponge like I always do. And then we're going to do the left side with the Blendiful. Alright, so I'm just taking a little bit on my sponge. I'm going to take half of what I would usually put because I'm only doing half my face. And I have my mirror here. Alright. And I do like to kind of pat and press into anywhere where I have problems. Try and fill those pores in. Drag it down the neck a bit. My cheeks aren't too bad. My cheeks don't get oily, so I don't worry. I don't put too much primer on my cheeks. I'm mostly just around my nose here and my forehead. I do get oily, and my chin. So that is where I focus my product. Now we're going to take our Blendiful. Which one do I want to use for primer? I think I might actually use the little baby and see how that works for primer. I think I'm going to use the bottom corner of this little heart. And she did say in her video that you can use it for like pore filling primers. This is pore refining, so I don't even know what's in here. Lightweight primer, minimizes shine and reduces optically the size of pores. Okay, it sounds like it's a pore filling primer, so I should be able to use it. So we're just going to squirt a little bit on here and see if it goes just as far, farther. Alright guys, I'm not sure where I cut out right there. My battery did just die. So, here's how much primer we have on our little baby Blendiful. This is what I'm using. And we'll just take this, I'm going to do the same kind of thing. And we're just going to pat and press into my problem areas and see how far I can spread this. Well, I think I'm getting more bang for my buck with the Blendiful. I feel like I used about the same amount of product, but feels like it's spreading further. Well, I never honestly noticed this reducing the size of my pores like with just the primer. So we're gonna see how it looks with foundation on top. Alright, I have been using this every day since I did my workday wear test. I love it. So we're gonna give her a shake, and I'm gonna use my big Blendiful to put some. Actually, usually I just drop it right on my face. I know people are screaming, that's so unsanitary, but it's horrible. It's my own foundation. Nobody else is using it. It's fine. So we're going to take a bit. I usually go squirt and a drop here and a drop here. So what I've been using for this, I was using a brush, but I do find with this one, because it is so liquid, it does get a little streaky. So I've now switched to this Quo microfiber sponge. I do have it dampened, so it is clean. It has a couple stains, but it is clean. It was freshly washed. So we're just gonna go and blend this out. And I need a little bit more here in the corner of my nose, so I'm gonna drop a little bit more right there. And bring that up on the forehead a little bit. My mirror is making weird noises. It's like the paint in it is loose. And I drop more along my jawline here. And of course I just dripped some on the table. In my hair, actually. Oh my god. Wow. Well, we'll use that. Why not, right? Alright, so that's that. We'll zoom in a little bit. That's what my makeup looks like with my Quo microfiber sponge. I like the look. I love it. I do like how smooth this foundation looks with this sponge. So on to the other side. Now we're going to try out our Tati Beauty Blendiful. Because I do still want to use this for powders, I think I might actually use this side that has the ribbon on it. Can I flip the ribbon? Okay. Alright, we're going to use the back side for my foundation, and then I'll flip the ribbon back over, and we'll use the other side for powders. So I'm going to do the same thing I always do. I'm going to drop it on my face and blend in, because that's what I do, so I want to see if it works. So we're going to squirt a bit, do my line, and here, and here. And they say you can swipe or pat, but most of the reviews I've seen have said it works better kind of patting and pressing. So I'm gonna do a bit of swiping just to see, but every other review I've seen says to pat. I'm not seeing any streaks even when I swipe. I'm actually kind of liking how efficient the swiping is. I'm going to fold this right up and try to get in the corner of my nose here. Huh. Excuse my sniffling. I have had a cold for a while. I'm still getting over the cough and the sniffle, so a little more along my jaw. So we'll do a little more pressing around here. Wow. All right. So far, impressed. I have a fuzzy right here. No wonder my nose is itching. Oh, I don't know if that was off the Blendiful or just because I have a dog. So it's very possible. Before filming this video, I just got back from taking her for a walk. So it's very possible I just have dog fur all over me. So far with the foundation, I'm not sure if I'm seeing much of a difference. I feel like down here, I do have a lot of vellus hair down here, and sometimes my makeup doesn't seem to stick right and it looks lighter. I think the Blendiful did a better job in that area. Otherwise, I mean, it might have done a better job in the crease of my nose right here. My forehead. My forehead looks about the same, I think. My cheeks, about the same. Anyway, we're going to zoom in again. Again, this side is the Quo microfiber sponge. And this side is the Tati Blendiful. Let me know if you guys see a difference with that. Alright, on to concealer. I do really like this concealer. I do find it dries down quite quickly, so you got to kind of move fast. But it has the sponge tip and the clicky. So first, I like to put a little bit here, down the side of my nose, and forehead. So we're going to try and just keep that on half again with my Quo microfiber sponge. Alright, so that's how this side looks, all blended in. Now on to Tati. Let's see what she's got. So I think I'm going to use the same. I'm just going to stick with another corner on the back side that I had flipped over. We're going to stick with that for liquids, and then I'll flip the ribbon to the other side and use the other side for powders, just so we don't run out of space. And I forgot my nose, Cupid's bow. So we're going to just do that with the Blendiful because I forgot it. I'm not going to try swiping with my concealer because I don't think it'll work. I think it'll take up my foundation, and I don't want to do that. It's so soft. I can't believe how soft it is. And folding it again for under the eyes. All right, what are we thinking? Shockingly enough, I think my concealer actually went further with my sponge for this one. I don't think my Blendiful took away any of my coverage under my eyes, but I didn't feel like I had anything left to blend over my eyelid by the time I got there, which I don't usually wear shadow, so I always take my concealer over my lid, and I just felt like I had nothing left to put there when I got there. But everything looks nicely blended, except for a couple streaks on my forehead here. We'll pat over that. Chin looks good. And, oh my god, more fluff. Jeez. I hope that's not coming off the blend. I think it's too dark. It's too dark to be coming off the Blendiful. It must be my dog's fur. Excuse me while I pick something out of my eye. Oh no, that is a gray fluff. Okay, I think I got a fluff off my Blendiful this time. But the other one was really dark. I think that was my dog hair. So, again, I'm really close here, and I'm not seeing any difference. All right. Okay, now I'm going to set my under eyes as usual. I'm going to take my sponge. I use the corner front of my eyes, and then I just use the opposite side corner for my powder. And we're going to set. I do down the sides of my nose, and I don't go right up under my eye because too much powder right underneath my eye looks cakey and crinkly. But I like to set really well in the corner of my nose because that makeup does break down for me a lot. It is my problem area. So I get a good bit of powder in there, and then I just kind of bring it up here. And then forehead, again, that oily T-zone, so I powder that down well. And bring what's left onto my chin and upper lip. Okay, so after I've let that sit for a bit, I just take this angled brush. I just use that to kick off my powder and blend it down the rest of my face. I just use the stuff that I put on with my sponge and blend it out over everywhere. Oh my god. I forgot to use the Blendiful to put on setting powder on the left-hand side of my face. How did I do that? Alright. I screwed that up. Sorry. Let's just dab over with the Blendiful and see if it blends my powder in any better. Alright, so I flipped the ribbon back around, and I'm using, this is the side we used for foundation. I'm using this side, and I'm just gonna pat my powder in. Well, I still think both sides look about the same. I feel, see, I think I have more scarring on this side, so I feel like I got better coverage on this side, which was the Quo sponge, but I also do feel like I have more scarring on this side, so it's hard to know. No, I don't think I got any better coverage. I'm looking at my forehead, and again, I had that problem with my makeup lifting off because I forgot to put my concealer on first. I was just not ready to do this today, I think. But oh my god, this sponge is soft, so I'm not mad about it. So I'm just going to pop off camera. I'm going to do all my brows, and we will be right back for powder products with my brushes on this side like normal versus the Blendiful on this side. Alright everyone, the brows are done. They're looking a little crazy without the eyeshadow or the mascara, but we will get to that. So we're going to go in and we're going to try and do our blush, bronzer, highlight. This side with the Tati Blendiful and this side with my brushes as usual. So I'm going to start out with my bronzer. Let me just find it. And my brush. Here we go. My handy dandy mirror. And pat that on. So this is what I would usually do with my bronzer. Just kind of pat and sweep. And because I have no jawline to speak of, I try to fake it a little bit. Okay, what corner? I think I'm just gonna use this corner for bronzer. We're gonna fold it. I'm gonna tap into my bronzer and see what we can do with that. Let's turn this way so I have some light. Wow. It's blending it in nice. I'm not sure how I feel about using a sponge. I feel like I'm so used to my angled brush that I almost feel like placement is kind of difficult. But I think if you got used to it, like, it blends it in beautifully. This will probably be nicer on my jaw. Just smooth it down there. That looks good. I really like it. I really like it. Wow. Alright, blush. Let's try blush. Now, I didn't find that corner folded very well. I think this like big corner probably folds the best, so I'm going to save that for highlight. We're going to use the other bigger corner for my blush and see how that works. So we'll just kind of grab that. So let's just like, ooh, I think I might have got too much. Oh wait, let me use my brush first. We'll just leave my Blendiful sitting there for a moment. I will grab my blush brush and go as we usually do. Usually do. I can't speak today. Something's wrong with me. So that's how I would usually do my blush, and then I take that same angled brush that I went over all my powder with, and I just kind of blend them together, because I don't really like to see where any of this stops and ends. I just want a nice flush of color. Now for Miss Blendiful. Alright, moment of truth. Huh. Well, I almost feel like I don't have to go over it with my brush. Do you guys see any lines? Blendiful side, sponge and brush side. I think I'm looking a little more pink. I might have overdone it with the blush here. I am going to run over it because I think it's a little much. I just want to tap that out a bit. Well, still so far so good. I am really liking it. Highlight time. So I saved my little skinny corner for my highlight. This is the big fluffy brush I would usually use for my highlight. So we're going to do that again on the right hand side. Just tap, tap, tap in my highlight. Just like that. And should I do down my nose with my brush? I think I'll do my nose with my brush, and I'll do my Cupid's bow with the Blendiful, because I'm curious to see if the Blendiful will work for that. There we go. So I'm folding this right in half, and again just kind of tapping on my highlight. Uh-oh. I think I did it again. I think I got too much. Ooh, yeah, that looks kind of streaky. But, oh, streak gone. Ha 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 ha. Well. I don't know. This seems, I can't, it like disperses it more. I don't feel like I have the line I get with my brush. Like that, you can see, which I kind of like. I kind of like that. This side, oh wait, there's our line, okay. But I mean, I see it down here, I see it up here. Whereas this is kind of confined more. I don't know, crap. You know what, I kind of maybe like the all over glow look. Let's see how it does on the Cupid's bow. Okay, I like that. I feel like I have more control. Because I do find a lot of time when I'm using my brush, I get my highlight like way up here. Yeah, no, oh wow, I like that. I like that. I like this very much for highlighting my Cupid's bow. I feel like I'm falling off my chair. This has been a weird day. Everything's just weird today. All right. I think that's about it. What else can I possibly do with this? It doesn't do my eye makeup. I think that's it. I think that's all I can do. I like it. So I'm going to throw on some eyeshadow so I can stop looking like a crazy person. A little bit of mascara, and I will be right back with my final thoughts on the Tati Beauty Blendiful. Alright guys, we are back. I did up the eyes, threw on some lips. If you're interested in this eye look, keep an eye out for my next video, which is actually what I used and how I did it. Back to the base. Alright. I haven't set yet. I haven't done my setting spray, so we're going to have a real up close look. I did balm myself with my mascara there, and it won't come off. It's waterproof, so that is there until I wash my face. So ignore that, please. But I really do like how the Blendiful put on my highlight. Like, I am really enjoying that bigger line, I think. And otherwise, I'm really not seeing a whole lot of difference, except for, like I said, maybe around here where I tend to get patchy looking. The Blendiful might have done a better job. I did really like being able to swipe my foundation. I found that very quick. Let's put on some setting spray and see if that makes a difference. Let that dry for a bit. both sides look really good. I have nothing bad to say about the Blendiful, but I mean, it took me 3.5 weeks to get it from when I purchased it. Also, it is $18 USD, but when you convert that to Canadian and then pay international shipping and pay taxes, it was $35.50 Canadian for me to get 2 sponges. So the price point is not great for me. If you're in Canada, take that into consideration. You'd probably be better off if you're going to order a few things. I'm kind of regretting I didn't maybe get the like eyeshadow palette as well while I was shopping from Tati Beauty, because then it might have made it a little more worth the shipping. I actually almost backed out of getting this. I had it in the cart and I was about ready to pay, and then I was like, $18 USD, that should be like 20 something Canadian. It won't be that bad, right? I got to PayPal. It shows me the conversion, it shows me the shipping, it shows me the tax, and it shows me the total Canadian, $35.50. I left. I exited. I wasn't gonna get it, but there were so many people doing reviews, and I was like, oh my god, I really want to try it. I ended up going back and I just got it. Is it worth it? Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to spend that much money on a makeup sponge. I mean, it's nice. It's big. I do like that I could swipe my foundation and it did not look streaky. Is it better than my Quo microfiber sponge? I don't know. I mean, I did get a second one. Where's my little baby here? He's kicking under here. She does say that this should be nice for travel and that you can like touch up, blot throughout the day. So maybe that would come in handy. But again, I feel like maybe I could do that with my sponge. I don't know. It is nice that if you're traveling, you kind of have like an all-in-one. I did do all my powders with this as well, except for my setting powder because I forgot. Dumb me. But in theory, I don't know why it wouldn't work for setting powder. It worked for my bronzer and blush and highlight. So you'd need, you know, one product for your entire face versus a bunch of different brushes, which could come in handy if you travel. I will probably take this with me this summer. Me and my husband have a trip booked to the Magdalen Islands for our anniversary in August, the end of August, so keep an eye out for that vlog. I am going to vlog the trip. Neither me or him have ever been to the Magdalen Islands, and we hear it's quite beautiful, so I will be vlogging that. Keep an eye out for that come the end of summer. And I will take this with me, and I mean, I'll probably take my makeup brushes too, but maybe if I don't use them, if I just use this sponge, I'll be like, okay, I don't even need to take my face brushes. I said, I have no complaints about it. It did a beautiful job. It did what it's supposed to do. I just don't know if for me in Canada with the conversion and the shipping, it was worth the money. I don't know if once this one's toast, if it would buy it again. I don't know, maybe after I use it a few more times, I'll be like head over heels in love for these little guys. Right now, I'm on the fence. They're great. They do what they're supposed to do. But I'm not sure they did a better job than my sponge and brushes. So, that's my verdict. Guys, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Also tap on the bell icon to be notified every time I upload. And if you want to keep up with me outside of YouTube, what else I'm doing, you can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.